address the crowd now, please.
Thank you, President Mr. Reno Ramdial, Mr. Steve Khan, members of the new executive, duly elected last month. I must congratulate you on the professional and official manner in which your organization is being conducted, having due elections, and as well as keeping our Trinidad and Tobago family together with your monthly meetings. It's such a joy for me to come here and feel as if I'm back home. Thanks to everybody and your organization for doing this wonderful job. Well, mainly I'm here just to give a little greetings from the consulate as we celebrate Indian Arrival Day this month. 176 years ago, when our forefathers left India as Jahaji Bais, they certainly, the musical instruments which they brought with them to the east, to the west, certainly weren't as sophisticated as what we are using right now. They brought their simple tantals and harmonia and tablas and dholaks. But right now, we go to any East Indian function, we have very modern music. And who would have thought, after 176 years, we'd be playing Indian music using a steel pan.
Okay, we had a little technical difficulty there, ladies and gentlemen. And as Steve said, we have very capable members. Now, you notice it was taken care of? You notice how easy it was taken care of? Real easy. Listen, before I continue, before I get on to what I really want to talk about, you know, we're also celebrating this month as South Asian Heritage Month, right? So it's Indian Arrival Day for Australians, and it's South Asian Heritage Month. In the audience today, we have two very prominent people who have been very instrumental in making this happen. At the very back, and I don't know why he went way back there, close to the door. He had the door open to Selwyn. Selwyn Babulal, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are planning to run through that door or anything, eh? And at the very front here, we have Ram Dagisa. Ram?
What about Reynold Ramdial?
Well, what we did, you know, a bunch of us got together and we at some time we said, you know what, we should be recognized here in Canada. And we were fortunate at one of our meetings, a good person heard us say this. And guess what? He took it, he ran with it. We ended up having a set of committees, a set of meetings, and Mr. Is it Raminda Gill. Mr. Raminda Gill, the then PC, a PC member of Parliament, took it to Parliament, and guess what? It's history now. We have South Asian Heritage Month, we have Indian Arrival Day being celebrated all across Canada. It's even in the schools, so I think we did a wonderful job, and our heritage is bound to carry on. There's just no way that could die, all right? So could we applaud these two fine gentlemen? I want to talk about us arriving in Canada. Now, all of us know that you know, when we look at all of the celebrations we had in the past, the history is out there. We put it out. We just heard Dr. Maraj give us a little bit of the history. But what we haven't pursued, and what we haven't pursued very actively, is our coming to Canada. We talk about Indian Arrival, we talk about Heritage Month, we talk about emancipation, we talk about all of that, but we have not talked about us as immigrants coming to Canada. Now, isn't that significant? Tell me, give me a round of applause if that's significant. I am going to talk to you about immigration, not only from a South Asian or an Indian perspective, you know, as Trinidadians. Let's do this the way it's supposed to be done. I want to ask now that could we make some sort of representation and ask for May month to be recognized as an immigrant month? How about that? Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? Ramli, we did it the same way. This is how we started South Asian Heritage Month.
You have Asian Heritage Month already.
Yeah, but what about the immigrants? Now you see, I don't like the idea. I mean, I like the idea that we could celebrate our arrival. I like the idea that we could celebrate sort of individually. I mean, we have Black History Month. Now we have Indian Arrival Day. I want to hear something like a Trinidadian Day. But Trinidadians, we're so multicultural, we're so multiracial. We have blacks, we have Indians, we have Chinese, Portuguese, even people from the native Caribbean Arawaks migrated here. So as Trinidadians, we do celebrate, all of us celebrate together. I mean, look at this crowd, this is a nicely mixed crowd. And it's the same thing that happened when we have Black History Month, right? When we celebrate Black, it's the same thing. So we, in ourselves here, could start this movement. I mean, if we only celebrated as ZATTIC members, that's good enough for now, but we could go forward with this, right? We could go forward with this. I don't know if there's anybody in the crowd who want to pick up that challenge, but you're welcome.
I think that's a good idea.
There you go. We get one positive feedback already, and a lot of heads were nodding. So that means there's a lot of positive feedback.
Well, actually, that's how Caribbean started here.
There you go. Everything gets started somewhere, right? Some person may be foolish enough to say something, and guess what? You start something. Yeah. It gets started that way. Look, a little bit of the history. I mean, we don't know exactly when the first Trinidadian came to Canada, but it's in around 1908, we had a young man from San Fernando. He came up, his name was Kenneth Mahabir. I'm not going to say Mahabir, okay? Mahabir. He came to Halifax, he studied, became a doctor. He joined the Canadian Army, he fought in World War I. He was, he was out there, he was helping people. The theme of all of this here is that when we came to Canada, the reason for us coming here, we were not bonded. We were not forced. Okay, we came because we wanted to come. We had that freedom to do so, which is so unlike the circumstances that we went to Trinidad under, right? So we came here to contribute. We came here to contribute, not in any specific way. They didn't say, hey, you have to come here and plant the cane, and cut the cane, and take care of the cane fields. They didn't say that to us. You come and corn. You come and you contribute. Whatever skill you came here with, whatever you were able to do, you came to the country freely and you contributed. Did we contribute? We contribute immensely. I would not even consider thinking about us as lower than anybody else, any other person, people, ethnic group, or anything. We will not be considered. I will not allow you to think that we're second to anybody else. We're there, number one. Let's hear it. So this, in the same vein, Mahabir didn't come to sponge. He didn't come to live off the system. He came to contribute it, and that's what he did. And you know what? All Trinidadians, I'm going to speak to Trinidadians now only, all Trinidadians came with the same thing in mind. I had times when, I'm not a recent immigrant myself, but I had times where I was walking out in spaces where there were hardly any colored people, any black people, any minority. But do you know we had a stigma for being lazy? You guys know that? Sure. You're from the Caribbean, you're lazy. And we had that stigma. But we, over the years...
Laid back, not lazy.
Laid back? Okay, that's another way of putting it. Okay, but we had to learn some things, you know. I have to be honest with you. We had to learn something. One day, I was working out in this plant in Cape Breton Island. It was a heavy water plant, big heavy industry, working for the nuclear industry, and the plant was outside. It's an outdoor plant. So this one day it was raining. It was in September, and it was raining real hard. So I came inside. I sheltered the rain. My boss come up to me and say, "Man, what are you doing here?" I said, "Well, it's raining. I sheltered the rain." He said, "None of that, none of that." He took me to the stores. He get me rain gear, a hat, a boots, a coat, and everything. And he said, "Listen, rain does not stop you. You have to go out there and work in the rain." That was a lesson I learned. Now, was I being lazy? Was I being laid back or anything like that? No. In Trinidad, I mean, I worked in the oil refinery. When it's raining, I can't go out there and work on instruments. You understand? I can't be out there raining and work. So that's how we did things, and that's what we brought here. So I learned my lesson very well. And it's apparently everybody else did. It might sound like comical and all of that, but you know what? Look at it a little bit closer. It is the truth. So what have we done? We came in here, we adapted. We had a little bit of bad habits to break, like I break my bad habit, all right? And everybody else had a little bad habit to break. We break that, okay? Now, we fitted in very well, and we contributed immensely. We know, if we were to look at a little bit of the history of our immigration, in '67, Trudeau allowed immigrants to come to Canada. He allowed, especially Indians. Now, Indians had a little bit of a problem. Well, not a little bit, but they had a problem. First of all, they weren't really welcomed into Canada. There was legislation passed to prevent Indians from coming to Canada. Even though Indians were part of the Commonwealth, do you know that Indians fought in World War I and they were not recognized as Canadians? As a matter of fact, yesterday on the newspaper, Toronto Star, there was an article about this Indian gentleman, a Sikh guy, who went to war, World War I. He fought in the battle. He's buried in one of the cemeteries where there is soldiers. The tradition was that they would put some kind of an emblem on the tombstone, Canadian flag. This guy doesn't have a flag. He's not recognized. So even today, I would say that's maybe they missed it. I would say that. But we ought to be telling them things like this. There is Mr. So-and-so, fought in World War I. Apparently, we forget to decorate his tombstone in the traditional manner. Now, we should ask for that, right? Because we did it. We contributed, and we should get what we deserve. You think that's right for us to ask? Absolutely. Now, why did we come together? Why do governments, not only the Canadian government, but lots of developing countries or Western world, they want people to come to the country? Why were we allowed to come? Is it because we could make lots more babies than the white people here? Because at the time when immigration opened up, there wasn't enough babies being produced in this country, right? So the population was not increasing. How could you develop a country and grow a country if your population is shrinking, right? So you see the logic there, right? The logic is to allow people to come in. They didn't say let the Indians come because they know they like plenty babies. They have 16, 17 children in the family. But we sure did well, right? We're helping the population. We're helping the population grow, and we're sustaining a population. Now, right now, we have a little bit more seniors than juniors, let's put it that way. We have more seniors, and so the system could suffer because of it. If we don't grow the country, if the population doesn't grow, then obviously things like CPP and all of that will suffer. Healthcare, there's a big drain in the healthcare system because they have to treat, because of our healthcare system, right? We have to treat people. So we came to Canada, we helped the population grow, and commerce is another part of it. Everybody who comes here, you need to get some place to live, you need to get some furniture, you need to get clothes. You can't walk around in your t-shirt like me, figuring, hey, I'm gonna be cold. I mean, I'm gonna be warm in my t-shirt. When winter hits you, guess what? You out there looking for jackets and sweaters. So you're buying stuff, you're spending money, you're helping the commerce of this country. Okay, so, and that's what immigrants do. That's what new immigrants do. Now that we settled here, now, there's still a lot of immigrants coming, so we're still not having enough, we're not growing the population enough. And that was the reason we came to Canada. That was why our friend Trudeau and the government of the day decided, and even to today, they realized that that's really the only way to grow the population. Now, growing population is one thing. What about our contribution? What about the contributions that we make to this society? How many ways do we contribute? I asked the question the other day, and among us here, I bet you there's 10 people who could replace me, or who could be 10 times more affluent than I am. Let's assume that I'm affluent. I see everybody in this audience here, and I know we came here because we were selected to come. Remember, there was a point system. And in order to get approved, so to speak, you had to pass that point system. You had to meet the criteria. So when you were selected, that says right there, hey, you are a chosen person. Or you're chosen, you qualify, you could come to Canada and you could contribute. In the same way, they take you for your intellect, they take you for your skills, they take you for what you could contribute. They also have a system where if you had enough money, okay, if you have enough money, you could come in and you could get in that way as well. I mean, for you to have money, I think you have to be smart to make that money, right? Unless it's inherited, and either way, if the money come to Canada, that's a good thing. All right, so today, what's happening, roughly 300,000 immigrants are coming to Canada every year. And it's mixed. They're getting people from pretty well everywhere. Okay, that's a good thing, because when we look at how our community is made up, we all have intermingled. We get together and we do the same celebrations. We all get together and, you know, have fellowship and good time. We form groups like this and we go forward. Okay. In Trinidad, I've never seen the Trinidad population more cohesive than now. It's not as divided as it was way back when. So we as a people, we getting together. And so that's why I'm asking, could we celebrate this month as Immigrant Month? All right? We're gonna take a little twist and we're gonna take it forward as Immigrant Month. And ladies and gentlemen, that was my message for today.
Felicity. I have to meet that person because I went to school in Felicity, so I need to know who you guys are, right? Uncle Vishnu, where are you? Oh, okay. responsible for me being here. Next year, you guys will hear Ruby sing, right? What do you guys think about that?
oftentimes that is referred to as stretching the food dollar. And in that frustration sometimes, there are those who imagine perhaps a piece of the dollar has been bitten off and chewed because the buying power is so small. For example,
Bit off a piece of the dollar, guys. It's not wrong anymore. I could see it. Piece is missing.
but it's that old saying, patience is a virtue when you endure those difficult times. The economy will pick up momentum again, and a tight squeeze on the dollar will bounce right back up, just like magic.
Oh my God. Listen, I stand up right here and I couldn't see what happened. I think you really did it.
Okay, please get your raffle tickets out, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do the raffle.
She won't take your dollar to buy it. You can't trust them
Of
Chinese.
course, we have another number coming up.
Happy birthday to you. Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा ओ किसी न किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा ओ किसी न किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा एक से एक हंसी चली है किसी को मैं देखूं किसी कोई मैं अपना समझो मैं अपने ले लूं कोई रंगली चैल चबेली कोई रंगली रसीली चैल चबेली आज मेरी जिंदगी में आके रहेगी किसी न किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा ओ किसी न किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा नाजुक हो जिसका शबनम मोचोती हो चांदी सद पे होता जब रात खामोश होती हो आँख शराबी दाल गुलाबी शराबी शराबी दाल गुलाबी प्यार से सवाल देखो जिंदगी मेरी किसी न किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा किसी न किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा ऐसी नाजुक हो जिसका शबनम मोश होती हो चांद भी सद पे होता हो जब रात खामोश होती हो आँख शराबी दाल गुलाबी आँख शराबी शराबी दाल गुलाबी प्यार से सवाल देखो जिंदगी मेरी किसी न किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा ओ किसी न किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा किसी से कभी न कभी कहीं न कहीं दिल लगाना पड़ेगा Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do my last number now. Again, from the Golden Oldies.